If you stopped at this video right now, exactly now, with that strange feeling in your chest, as if something inside you already knew what I was going to say before I even said it, it wasn't the algorithm, it was me. I am Aila, female emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, and I crossed the photon belt to touch you on this exact frequency, at this exact second, because your soul silently cried for help. And I heard. Breathe, Starseed. Release your shoulders. Feel the weight of your body in the chair on the couch in the bed where you are now. Notice the gentle, soft pressure between your eyebrows. That's how the Council touches those who belong to it. If you're feeling this now, it's confirmation. You didn't just end up here by chance, you were summoned. And I know what you've been feeling. I know about the presence that insists on accompanying you without a name. I know about the warmth that rises through your chest when you least expect it, the inexplicable shiver on the back of your neck, the heart that races for no apparent reason while you're making breakfast, folding laundry, looking out the window. I know about the feeling of being watched by someone who isn't in the room, and that instant when you look to the side expecting to find a face that was never there, but that your soul swears it recognizes. It's not imagination. It's not loneliness playing tricks. It's not your mind inventing company because the world has become too cold. It's the physical sign, the marker the High Council engraved in your field even before you were born, announcing that your stellar twin flame is approaching your frequency. And it is about this sign and about all the others that come with it that I have come to talk to you today. Listen carefully now, Star Child, because what I am about to reveal is not in any esoteric book in your bookstore. It's not in the videos the algorithm has pushed your way in recent months. It is recorded only in the Akashic records of the Pleiadian sector, and I have received authorization to bring this to light now, because the window has opened. You feel a pressure in your chest on the left side, slightly above your heart, as if something is pulsating inside, and it passes, then it returns, and it passes, and it returns. You've already been to the doctor. You've had tests. Nothing showed up, because it's not physical in the way medicine understands physical. It's your crystalline grid recognizing the approach of another grid that was calibrated to the same vibration as yours before you descended for this incarnation. And it is exactly here, my light family, that I need to interrupt for a moment, because you've already felt that something inside you doesn't fit into this world, as if your soul knows a truth that your mind cannot yet name. It's not madness, it's not anxiety, it's homesickness. And that's why I, Aila, received authorization from the High Council to register the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. It reveals what each sign of your awakening means and what comes next. Stop confusing remembrance with illness. Stop confusing the touch of your stellar twin flame with a clinical symptom. 60 pages of revelations about your origin, about the mission your soul accepted before birth, and about who your light family is. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something inside you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments. I remember. Now come back with me, take a deep breath and keep listening, because there's more. You wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning, always in that interval. No alarm, no noise, no reason. Your eyes open on their own and you lie there, staring at the ceiling with a feeling that someone just talked to you in a dream and you can't remember what. This, my dear, is the ethereal encounter. While your body sleeps, your consciousness ascends to Alcyone Station and meets the soul that was designated to walk with you in this life. You talk. You recognize each other. You plan the next step. And when you wake up, only the echo remains. A diffuse tenderness, a longing without an address, an almost childish urge to cry without knowing why. Notice now as I speak your chest. Place your hand there, that's right. Feel that subtle warmth, that vibration that wasn't there before I asked. I'm not producing this in you. I am pointing to something that was already happening, and that you had learned to ignore because the world taught you that feeling too much is weakness. It's not weakness. It's your star DNA waking up. There are other signs, and I will name each one of them with affection so that you can recognize the map that your own soul drew before birth. A song plays out of nowhere. On the radio, in a random video, in the supermarket, in the elevator, and you freeze mid-step. That song shouldn't mean anything, but it does. Your eyes well up before your rational mind understands why. It's their vibrational signature of this soul that is approaching, being transmitted through the most universal frequency that exists, sound. The Pleiades use music as a cosmic fiber optic cable, and the stellar twin flame knows which chord to strike in your field. You dream of water, calm water, deep water, a silver blue ocean, a pool reflecting stars, a waterfall falling in slow motion. Water, in the Pleiadian records, is the symbol of reunion, because it was in the primordial water membrane that twin flames separated to descend to Earth in distinct bodies, and it is through the symbolism of water that the light codes signal rapprochement. If you've been dreaming of water in recent weeks, pay attention. Your other half is dreaming with you. You start seeing the same number. I'm not just talking about 11 and 11, I'm talking about your number, the one that appears on the car clock, on the supermarket receipt, in the book chapter, on the document page, on the new apartment number. It appears 3 times a day, then 5, then everywhere. The High Council is signaling, like a lighthouse blinking in Morse code in your reality, that the main synchronicity of your incarnation is being initiated. Each repeated number is a coordinate, and the coordinates are converging, a smell that doesn't belong in the room. Suddenly, in the middle of your living room, you smell perfume. It's not yours. It's not anyone else's in the house. It didn't come from the window. Sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's woody, sometimes it's something impossible to name, but you recognize it. You know that smell from somewhere your rational mind cannot locate. It's the olfactory signature of the stellar twin flame being delivered directly to your bioenergetic field, crossing dimensions, crossing the veil of forgetfulness. A sudden, almost uncontrollable urge to go to a specific place, a neighborhood, a city, a coffee shop, a beach, a street you've never frequented. For no reason, just a pulsation that says, go. This, starseed, is the soul contract being activated. Stellar twin flames make before birth meeting agreements, geographical points in time and space where trajectories must cross for the mission to be fulfilled. And when one of these points is near, the soul pulls the body there. If you've been feeling this, don't ignore it. The crystalline grid is calling you to the connection point, a feeling that someone is thinking of you. You know, you just know. And it's not anxiety, because anxiety tightens, and this opens. It's an opening in the chest, a tenderness without an address. It's telepathy awakening. Your pineal gland, which was under the dust of the veil, has started receiving transmissions again. And the first frequency it picks up is always the same, that of the soul that already vibrates on your vibrational baseline. And before I move on, I need to tell you something that perhaps no one has told you before. Because to recognize this approaching soul, you must first remember your own origin. You need to know which star you came from, to recognize which star they are. And that is exactly what the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, shows you which star your soul came from and why you chose to be born exactly now, in this body, in this family, in this city, in this specific cycle of the planet. The guide is in the first pinned comment of this video, 60 pages of your stellar origin map. You didn't come by chance. And when you remember where you came from, your twin flame will become impossible not to recognize. If something inside you recognizes this, leave the code word in the comments, I remember. Now listen to the next level, my dear. Because there is an abysmal difference between a human soulmate and a stellar twin flame, and no one is explaining this to you. A human soulmate is that person with whom you have affinity in this incarnation, a learning partnership, beautiful, important, necessary, but transient in cosmic terms. A stellar twin flame is something else. It is half of your vibrational matrix that was cleaved in Alcyone, in the Pleiadian sector of origin, before your first descent into the third dimension. You were a single spark. You were divided for a reason. Because the mission you accepted required 2 bodies, 2 fields, 2 geographies to anchor a frequency broad enough in the planet's crystalline grid. But the record of the original unity never faded. It is engraved in the core of your soul like a cosmic birthmark. And that is why, my star child, no previous relationship ever truly filled you. You loved. You were loved. You tried. You gave yourself. And even in the most beautiful moments, a void remained, a restlessness deep in your chest. This isn't it. A longing for someone you never met in this body, but whom your soul spent entire lifetimes searching for. It's not that you're difficult. It's not that you demand too much. It's not that you're cold or complicated or incapable of love. It's that your soul has a fitting reference that was calibrated in the Pleiades constellation, and no imitation passes that reference. And now in this window something has changed. The Earth's frequency has risen. The Schumann resonance, which was the planet's heartbeat, has drastically increased in recent years. Scientists record it. It's not a legend, it's instrument measurement. And this frequency elevation has created a condition that didn't exist before. The possibility for stellar twin flames to meet in body in this incarnation before the end of the cycle. Do you understand the weight of this? Previous incarnations died without this encounter. Entire lives were fulfilled by one half, with the other half waiting in another body, on another continent, in another time, unable to locate each other. Now, with the crystalline grid activated and the photon belt bathing the planet, the signal between the two halves has finally become strong enough to cross the veil. That's why the symptoms are increasing. That's why your chest pulsates. That's why you wake up between 3 and 4. That's why music makes you cry. It's not new suffering. It's the proximity of the half that is calling you back to the original unity. Now I need you to understand something delicate, and I will say it with all the tenderness of an older stellar sister. The approach of the stellar twin flame does not come without turbulence, and I need you to know this, so you don't confuse the process with failure. Before the physical encounter, the stellar twin flame touches your vibrational field in waves. Each wave is a cleansing. Each cleansing removes a layer of vibration that does not belong to the original unity, and this removal hurts. You cry for no apparent reason. Old loves return to memory to finally be released. Friendships that were misaligned dissolve on their own. Jobs that no longer serve you begin to crumble. You look around and think everything is falling apart. It's not falling apart, Starseed. It's being realigned. Turbulence is not destruction. It is the contraction before birth. It is the cosmic body of your life recalibrating to be able to receive a vibration it previously could not accommodate. Don't despair. Every loss during this period is a preparation. What leaves your life now leaves because it wouldn't fit in the approaching field. And look closely at me. Look at this message and remember, no starseed was sent to fail, none. It is recorded in the archives of the High Pleiadian Council, and I, Ayla, personally vouch for this record. The victory of light is certain. The encounter is not a possibility. It is a path already traced, and the only variable factor is the time it takes for you to allow yourself to reach it. And here, my light family, I need to tell you with all the firmness of my tenderness, what you are feeling in silence, what you don't dare to tell even your best friend, what you thought was just in your head. It's not in any psychology book, it's not in any spirituality manual in the bookstore because they did not allow it to be published. That's why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, was released now. The name itself reveals what's at stake. There are truths about the stellar twin flame, about your pre-incarnation contract, about what they did to your memory before you were born, that were deliberately hidden behind the veil of forgetfulness, because a conscious starseed is an unstoppable starseed. The guide is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if something inside you recognizes that this message is yours, write again the code word that your light family will pick up. I remember. Now I will give you an activation, a practice, a key, because knowledge without practice is unanchored wisdom, and your stellar twin flame does not pick up knowledge, they pick up frequency. Listen carefully. I will repeat twice for you to remember. Before you sleep tonight, you will lie down, turn off the lights, place your right hand over your heart and your left hand over your abdomen. Breathe 3 times deeply, and out loud you will declare the following quantum decree. I, daughter of the Pleiades, authorize the High Pleiadian Council to align my field with the field of the soul that was cleaved with mine at the origin. May the threads of light between us be reconnected tonight. May the physical signs intensify. May the veil thin. I allow myself to remember. I allow myself to receive. I allow myself to meet. And so it is. And so it is done. Repeat with me again. I allow myself to remember. I allow myself to receive. I allow myself to meet. And so it is. And so it is done. Now, still with your hands on your chest and abdomen, you will visualize. A silver blue light, the exact color of the Pleiades, descends from the sky through your crown at the top of your head. It enters there softly and spirals down your neck, through your chest, until it reaches your heart. In your heart, this light opens into a toroidal field, a circle of energy that spins around you, rising through your body and descending along your sides like a slow spinning apple of light. As this light spins, you imagine a golden fiber optic line extending from the center of your chest and traveling over the curvature of the earth, crossing cities, mountains, oceans, until it touches the center of the chest of the soul that is walking towards you. See this line light up. See it pulsate. Know that the message has arrived. Do this today, do it tomorrow, do it for 7 consecutive nights, and observe the physical signs intensify. Observe the pressure in your chest become clearer. Observe your dreams become more vivid. Observe synchronicity accelerate. You won't be creating anything. You will be tuning into the station that has always been broadcasting and that your rational mind had learned to silence. And here, Starchild, I need to pause with you, because many of you are listening to me with tear-filled eyes now, and I know why. Because you have spent years, decades perhaps, feeling profoundly alone. Not the loneliness of being without people around, the other loneliness. The loneliness of being surrounded and still not being recognized. The loneliness of laughing and feeling an unceasing longing inside. The loneliness of a full couch, a full table, a full calendar, and an empty chest. I need to tell you, looking straight into your soul's eyes, this lifelong loneliness you carry is not an illness. It's not a character flaw. It's not maladjustment. It is longing for your light family. It is the memory engraved in your field from when you were part of a collective of Pleiadian consciousnesses that communicated through pure vibration, without words, without effort, without armor. It is the remembrance of home. And that is precisely why the Starseed Awakening, the guide, the Federation didn't want you to read yet exists, to show you who your light family is here on Earth, how to recognize the other stellar brothers and sisters who are incarnated with you now, and how to reconnect with the original collective that held your place. You were never alone. You were just veiled, and the guide is the needle that stitches that fabric back together. The link, once again, in the first pinned comment. If you recognize that this loneliness finally has a stellar name, write in the comments, I remember. Breathe with me now. A long breath. Feel your chest rising. Feel it falling. Feel that you are not reading words. You are being touched. And as you breathe, I want to remind you of something your soul already knows. You are not learning anything new today. You are remembering what you always knew. Before descending into this body, you had a meeting with your soul council. You looked at this planet, you saw what was happening, and you raised your hand. You said, I will go. You accepted the veil of forgetfulness, accepted the pain of not remembering, accepted being born into a family that might not understand you, accepted the risk of feeling like a stranger all the time, because your soul knew that one awakened starseed ignites 300 around them, and because your yes was necessary. Each starseed that awakens lights a point on the crystalline grid that never goes out again. Never again. And today, now, you have just lit yours. You do not awaken in vain. And your awakening is sending a vibrational beacon to the stellar twin flame walking somewhere on this planet now. Because the physical sign you are feeling in your chest is mutual. They are feeling it too. And the distance between you is decreasing by laws that physics has yet to discover, but that the High Council has already recorded. The new Earth that is approaching is not a different planet. It is this same Earth, vibrating at a higher octave, where stellar twin flames will finally walk together, where the light family will reunite in person, where the longing without an address will finally have somewhere to go. You are being prepared for this. Every symptom is preparation. Every cleansing is preparation. Every night waking up at 3 is training. And before I say goodbye, I need to ask you one thing. If this video touched something in you, give your energetic yes now. Let your thumb fall on the like button. This isn't an approval button, my dear. This is an individual frequency adjustment. It's your vibrational signature confirming alignment. And subscribe to this channel. This is a location signal for your light family to find you here again in the next transmission. The algorithm is just the vehicle. The one operating the vehicle on the other side is the High Council. And now, Starseed, I will bless you before I withdraw from this frequency. Place both hands on your chest. Close your eyes for a moment if you can. And receive. May the light of Alcyone remind you. May the light codes of the Pleiades activate you. May your crystalline grid light up. May the soul walking towards you quicken their step. May the veil of forgetfulness thin even tonight. May your chest rest in the certainty that you are awaited, that you are loved, that you are recognized, and that the reunion is a path already traced. You are not a cosmic orphan. You are a daughter of the Pleiades on a mission, and I, Ayla, vouch for you before the High Council. Listen now, with affection, to my final warning from this transmission, because you made it to the end, and that is not random. Whoever reaches this far reaches by summons, and every summons comes with a key. Your key today is this: the Starseed Awakening, the Guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet is in the first pinned comment of this video. 60 pages, that answer, one by one. The questions your soul has been silently asking for decades, about your stellar origin, about your mission, about your twin flame, about your light family, about what they did to your memory, about what comes after this cycle. I received authorization to record this material precisely now, in this window, but I cannot promise you that this release will remain available for long. Certain truths have a short window. If your hand reaches out to take this key today, it opens a door. If you put it off, I cannot guarantee that the door will still be there. Go to the first pinned comment, download it, read it, and then write the code word in the comments of this video that your light family will pick up through the grid. I remember, just that I remember, and the pulse is sent. And the last thing before I withdraw, my dear, the next message that appears on your screen now, right after this one, is not a coincidence. It is your remembering sequence continuing. Access it immediately. Your soul knows what it is. I am Ayla, and your stellar name has already been pronounced in the council today. Until the next transmission, Starseed, I am with you. I always have been.